What's up, YouTube right now? You hanging with Mr. Jackson. Story time, y'all. In the background, y'all, we got some more information that we was lied to about history, y'all. History, y'all. The map. Y'all. We were lied to but us about the map, about the earth being round when it's really flat. And that all these European states are real big, but they're really small. Africa is like 2 or 10 times way bigger than that, y'all. So what that means is way more black people than white people, y'all, in this world. But we about to get into it, man. She about to explain it, y'all. They flip-flop the map, y'all. So let's get into it, man.
Take this piece off here, and put it over here. And now you see, the United States is no longer in the middle of the map.
Nope.
Now, I did this with a major record company in New York City, I think in 1970. And an older man stood up in the back of the room and said, "Now, Elliot, you've gone too far." I said, "What's your problem?" "You can't do that with the map." I said, "Well, actually you can." He said, "No, the United States isn't in the middle of the map anymore." I said, "The United States never was in the middle of the map. You need to realize this depends on how you draw your map." And then I pointed this little fact out to him. South America is actually 9 times larger.
9 times.
Even though it doesn't really look like it.
9 times.
No, it is. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
It's crazy.
Now, according to your social studies teachers, what is the equator? Halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole on this map would be right about here.
Right.
She's a teacher too,
means
y'all.
that Iowa has a semi-tropical climate.
Yeah.
Well, you've been in Minnesota in the wintertime.
I've been in Iowa too. It's definitely
You know that it doesn't have a tropical climate. So you have to then introduce a real version of the
Look at the real version of the map, y'all. They lied to us about history, y'all. It don't make no sense, boy. We must be was a threat, yo, because they lied to us about everything.
The sizes on this map are right. The shapes are distorted. Look at Greenland on this map. Right
The
there.
shape's
See
way
it?
different.
Yeah, it's really tiny.
See how small that is?
Right.
Look at it on the Mercator projection.
So why do they do that? I don't understand.
Why? Because the Pope commissioned Mercator to make a map that shows the spread of Christianity. So all the countries in which there are predominantly white people are larger than those in the southern part of the world, halfway between the North Pole and South Pole. Now, if you have children going to school and they're seeing this map,
Right.
take this.
That's crazy, yo. And I know I say she's a teacher. She is a professor, y'all. She taught at college. Black history, all types of history that was taught wrong, y'all. She was teaching it the correct way. This lady right here, y'all. But we're going to go ahead and get into some other clips, y'all. I just wanted to start it off with this clip right here. But let's get into the next clip, man.
You were never stolen from Africa. You were stolen from America. Let's put that lie on trial. They told us we came here in slave ships. But what if we were shipped out instead? Millions of melanated indigenous people, deported, sold, and erased from history. Charles C. Mann wrote it plain. Between 1492 and 1776, more natives were exported from America than Africans were imported. Let that marinate. The slave trade started right here, and it flowed outward. Historian Andres Resendez dropped receipts in the other slavery. Native people were captured, enslaved, and shipped to Europe, Africa, and the Caribbean. Wampanoag, Yamasee, Guale, Black Caribs, gone, branded, reclassified. Then came the paper genocide. Indigenous names erased. Tribal nations relabeled Negro. Some even sold to Africa and brought back as Africans. Now that's the real human trafficking. They flipped the script, family. You weren't the cargo from Africa. You were the target in America. That's why your DNA test looks confused. If this gets out, their whole history crumbles. So ask yourself, why lie about where we came from unless they knew we were already here? Hit that plus button to follow the case.
That's crazy, yo. But we all knew this, y'all. We see plenty of videos like this, yo, that the original people was black people, y'all. They try to say it was Indians. They one version say that they took some Mexicans and put Indian stuff on top of them and say it was Indians here first. But no, it was black people here, y'all. Black people. Let's get into the next clip.
Do you realize that the most racist scientific community ever were 19th century anthropologists? They're the ones that set up the race and the this, and white male humans were at the top of the evolutionary ladder, and blacks and everybody else were lower, still evolving, closer to the apes and all of this. This was going on for coming out of the 18th century into the 19th century. My point is, in the 1990s, now that we can do genetic tracking and things, now we do genetic tracking, the world found out that Europeans are between 1% and 3% Neanderthal genetically, and Africans are 0% Neanderthal. So in the 1990s, research papers started coming out talking about how creative and imaginative the Neanderthals must have been, and how they used tools. A complete facelift of the Neanderthal that started at the time they learned it. Do you realize that the most racist...
That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy, y'all. So they trying to say we was the cave people. All this time, they was the cave people. Because you got to understand, man, their history going to go back. I think their history go back to the 1600s. Our history go back 200,000 years ago. So that lets you know something. Let's get into the next clip.
Oh, I got their ass now. And this time, I really got them. Indigenous people, tune in. They don't like this one. This one gonna get ugly. Real ugly. Because we about to go down to the root. So this is supposed to be William the Conqueror. All you historians, Yale, Princeton, everybody at the universities that you guys are teaching great history and charging people tuition for it, pay attention. Look, even these people right here, pay attention. Even these people right here, pay attention. Look at this. William the Conqueror, sometimes called William the Bastard, was the first Norman king of England, reigning from 1066 until his death. Keep that number in your head. Keep that number in your head. Keep this face in your head. Now I'm about to show you a video and bust this wide open.
In Germany and France and Britain, we find that the signs and symbols of stars and stripes originate from foundational black cultures. Now, these...
Stop it. Just quit. This is insane. I'm loving it.
This is the blueprint for the flag of the USA.
Come on.
And these are hundreds and hundreds of years old, way before it comes into fruition into America. My question is, who were the Normans at 1066? On to the next slide, please. And here are the Normans.
Oh.
Have they ever told you they were black?
Oh, stop it now. You know I ain't got no hair to fall out.
Yo.
I have 1,000 of these images. Louis, Gaspard,
Oh, this is insane.
Henri, Joseph, Maurice. These are the Normans. You see where his head is? I mean, let's not even get into the semiotics of that shield. It's text in itself and conceptual thinking. But the Normans were black.
Warner, surname, was introduced into England by the Normans. How did the Normans form? The Normans were descendants of Viking raiders who came from Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. Remember, they were black. What did the Normans do? They founded the duchies of Normandy. Remember, they were black. They sent expeditions to conquer and, what? Italy? Sicily? In 1066, William the Conqueror led the Normans? What were the Norman surnames? Look on the bottom. Warren. Remember who gave him that surname? The Normans. Their castles. Didn't I tell you who made the castles?
The black
They were
people.
black. You
Big
just learned that.
castles.
Who does the British royal family descend from? The Normans.
Oh my
Proud to
goodness.
be descended from William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror ties the royal family to their Norman roots. Pause. Pause.
Dang.
The Normans were a group of people who were both Viking and French. They were descended from North Vikings who settled in Normandy. Again, black. They did this history and they want you to think. It's white. The Normans were originally Northmen. The Normans were renowned for their excellent military tactics, effective use of castles. I already proved to y'all, they ain't never built those castles.
They built nothing.
The most famous Norman conquest is the invasion of England led by William the Conqueror in 1066. Everything keeps going back to William the Conqueror and the Normans and everybody being descendants of these Normans and the royals and all this, right? Well, this William the Conqueror, he gotta be black, right? But he's not. He's white. And we just learned that the Normans were, without a doubt, black.
Black.
And he was the leader of them, William the Conqueror, the descendant. They're all descendants of this guy, right? Great Viking, correct? What did William the Conqueror look like? Was a tall, strong, and thick-set
Dark skin. Dark skin. Foreign face.
y'all some
Broad
scoundrels.
shoulders.
Ain't they some motherfucking scoundrels? You see what they did, right? So we know the Normans are black. So now we know. Ain't no royal family. You ain't descendants of us. What? They're not descendants. Y'all came along and killed them off. You killed off the descendants of the Normans, of William, the dark-skinned conqueror.
Dang. That's crazy, y'all.
It is not known exactly what William looked like. Portraits of him made during his lifetime include images on coins, seals, and illuminated. If the Normans were black, and he's depicted as having dark skin, then y'all know he was black.
Yep.
He had dark skin. So like I said before with this bullshit story, and this is for entertainment purposes, educational purposes.
That's smooth.
They lied, whitewashed this. The original Normans, the original Vikings,
All black.
around the seas were black. And now if you look in your history all the way back to 1066, you will find the same thing that we all find. We find that everything was black, but they had to whitewash it. They had to whitewash everything to erase us. That was the most important part. And white people, you should be mad too. Think about it. Y'all paid for those degrees to teach history, and you're lying to your students. Your students don't even know William the Conqueror was black, meaning they don't know the descendants or the royal family is the descendants of a black family that was actually killed off because y'all ain't dark. So y'all ain't dark, and it's not like y'all left our portraits up in the wall. Y'all must have took them down and put them somewhere, but they were there, so where are they? Again, your history is a lie, and you should be angry because, again, you paid for this. You went to school, you paid to learn this history, and your history is a lie. So one of two things. It's either you are fine with your history being a lie because it makes you feel superior, or you're extremely upset and you should be suing your universities.
Yeah.
This is what you paid for.
Oh yeah, sue your university. Sue them.
Class teaching history and you're lying to your students.
Yeah, teach your history correct.
I don't lie to my students. All the evidence is here.
Dang. All right, y'all. We gonna get to. He said enough. I don't even have to say nothing, y'all. He broke everything down. Let's get to the next video and the last video.
No matter where you go, you'll run into Nagas. You can't get away from them. They're everywhere. They're the indigenous all over this planet.
I want to know if people like that still alive, because I heard so much about people like that, y'all. That's tall like that and big like that. If they is, yo, I think they be hiding, yo, because they don't want nobody to fire them, yo. They behind, kind of big behind, but they like deep probably in the woods and stuff like that, y'all. But let's get back into it, y'all.
The so-called Black Nagas inherited the whole world. All their empires worked in harmony with nature. Every temple, every pyramid, buzzing with free energy, connected by ley lines. A global empire, alive with the rhythm of Gaia.
They want us to believe all black people come from Africa, that Africa is the birthplace of everything, that they were wanderers, migrants, and slaves of history. But the truth, the undeniable
slavery
truth,
history.
The indigenous were everywhere. From the golden Andes of the Inca kings like Pachacuti the Great, to the serpent throne of the Naga king Vasudeva of India. From the dragon courts of China's Naga lord Fuxi, to the Washita Moors of America, ruled by Naga lord Verdiachi. From the serpent lord of Europe, Roderick the serpent king of the Picts, to the Naga lord of Hawaii, Kalanikupule. This is a world united by power beyond imagination. A planet alive with free energy, towers that sang with the sun, temples that breathed with the stars.
Every culture, yeah.
And across it all, a network of pyramids. From the Andes to India, from Mexico to China, from Africa to Hawaii. All connected on ley lines, channels of power flowing across the earth, linking every empire in harmony.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, y'all. Y'all see, smash that like button. Just like I said, if you want to support the channel, man, my Cash App right there in the left corner. Show me some love, man. And I'll probably do shout-outs for Cash App too, y'all. I'll probably start doing that, y'all. Shout out for Cash App. But like, comment, and subscribe. I see you. Peace. I'm out.